If you're concerned about the looming government cuts, both at the state and federal level, and what that could mean for you and your family, you are not alone. Keeping track of it all, of course, can be overwhelming, but there is a town hall tonight that is aiming to help people make sense of it all. Joining me now is Julia Vaughn, who is the executive director for Common Cause Indiana. Julia, good morning to you, and thank you so much for being with us.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
And now this is a lot that we're talking about this morning, so let's just get right on into the big picture here, which is the impact of the government cuts, and specifically what we're looking at here.
Right. I mean, we have seen huge budget cuts at both the federal and state level. So programs like SNAP, like Medicaid, like veterans programs have been cut, and people are really feeling the impact of that. It's a very unsettling time for people in Indiana and all across our country. You know, costs are rising, protections are being eroded. We feel our opportunities are shrinking. So we wanted to hold what we're calling a People's Promise Town Hall to bring people together to get information from experts about what we can expect from these budget cuts, how are they going to impact our daily lives, and then we're also going to have a resource fair, because we recognize that people are already feeling the impact of some of these cuts and they're looking for ways to bridge the gap. So we'll have service providers, advocacy groups there who can help people who have seen their services disappear replace some of those. So it's a great opportunity to learn and to also make your voice heard, because, you know, there's been a disconnect between our elected officials and the people. These budget cuts are very unpopular. They are cutting to the bone crucial programs for our most vulnerable populations. So Hoosiers don't support these new budgets. So we want an opportunity for people to make their voices heard. We've got a survey that we will be asking people to take. How have Medicaid's cuts impacted you? How has cuts in SNAP affected your ability to put food on the table for your family? And we want to lift those stories up and give them to our elected officials, because unfortunately a majority of our representatives in both Washington, D.C. and Indianapolis voted for these cuts. So we want to make sure that they recognize the impact that they're having on Hoosiers.
Now I want to highlight voices, because you're going to have a lot of them. I know Adam Mueller will be one of them, and then you mentioned a lot of people wanting to hear from elected officials. Senator Hunley will be there as well.
Yeah, Senator Hunley will really hone in on what the state did during the legislative session. You know, they really took the scalpel to these programs before the federal government did. And Adam will talk a lot about immigration and also housing. You know, that is a huge problem here in Indianapolis, the rising cost of housing. We will have other speakers talking about access to health care, about re-entry for people who have been incarcerated. So again, it's going to be a great opportunity to get information and then also express yourself. Again, we think it's really important to elevate the voice of citizens, because it seems that particularly in Washington, D.C., they are listening to the wealthy elite and not regular people. So we need policies that are going to benefit everybody in our country, not just a very small group of wealthy people.
And a lot of people feeling uneasy right now, Julia.
It's
so
an
this
unsettling time, absolutely. And you know, I think that's why we're seeing so many protests, people coming out and raising their voices, and that's good, that's important. But we want the People's Promise Town Hall to be a way for people to get information that they can really use, and again, lift their voices up to ensure that when our elected officials go back to Washington, D.C. in September, they don't forget the impact of these cuts on people back home.
Thank you so much. That's taking place today from 6 to 8.